Today I'm going to talk to you about point-slope form. Remember that there are three types of equations for linear functions: slope-intercept, standard form, and point-slope form. All three of these are actually of the exact same line, but as you can see, point-slope form looks a little bit different than the other two. Point-slope form equation is just made out of one point on its line and the slope of the line. And so here the m is the slope right here. And then the x1 and the y1 come from the exact same ordered pair. For example, if I had an ordered pair of 2, 3, then I would have the y value of 3 right here. And then let's say my slope is, 1/3. So I put 1/3. And then x minus the x value of that ordered pair. And that's how I do it. Point-slope form is usually not used to graph, but I do want to show you how to graph using this. And so we're going to sit here and say, okay, my slope is what? Well, it's just that number in front of the parentheses, the 2. And then my ordered pair is the value that's being subtracted from x. So it's not a -4, it is a +4. And then the number that's being subtracted from y, which again, it's a +2. And I know that's really confusing, but it's basically, if you want to look at it this way, it's the opposite of what you see there. And so then I'm going to plot that point 4, 2 right here. And then I'm going to use the slope 2 to go up 2 over 1. Maybe I'll do that a couple times. And then I'll draw my line. There you go. Let's try another one. All right, what's my slope? Well, it's just the number that's in front of the parentheses. So there you go. Then my point. All right, it's here. But it would be x minus what to get +3? -3. So like I said, if you just see it as taking the opposite of the number you see there, then you're going to get it right. So that would be a -1 for the y value. So -3, -1 is right here. And then I'm going to go down 1 over 4. Let's do that another time. And then draw my line. I think the hardest part of that is just coming up with the actual coordinates for x and y. Next is writing an equation from a verbal description. And so here we're given the point and we're given the slope. So here we go. Y minus my y value, which is a 1, equals my slope, so 1/2, times x minus my x value. Oh, that doesn't look pretty. Let's fix that. A double negative makes a what? A positive. And so here we go. Now let's see if this makes sense as we look at it. My x value, is this the opposite of what I see in the equation? Yep. And my y value, is that opposite of what I see in the equation? Yep. So that works. All right, let's look at these directions. It says write an equation in slope-intercept form with the line shown. It's like, hey, wait a minute. I thought this was a point-slope video, and it is. But usually we want equations in slope-intercept form. But in this case, we don't see it going through the y-axis. So we're not exactly sure where the y-intercept is, and I'm not going to guess. So I'm going to put it in point-slope form and then convert it to slope-intercept form. All right, so here we go. What is my slope? Well, it looks like I'm going down 3 over 1. So -3 over 1 is just -3. And then I'm going to use any point. It does not matter which point. They're all going to end up at the same slope-intercept form. So I'm going to do that one, which looks like it's a -4, +2. All right, here I go. Y minus my y value equals my slope, and then x minus my x value. All right, and I'm going to sit there and double negative. I'm just going to erase that, and I'm going to put a positive there. And then I'm just going to convert it. I'm going to do the parentheses first. Then I'm going to add that. Looks like -10. And there you go. So using point slope when I don't have a y-intercept to be able to eventually get my equation in slope-intercept form. Why don't you pause the video and do this one on your own, just like what I just did. All right, here we go. What is my slope? Well, it looks like I'm going up 1 over 2. So my slope is 1/2. And then they've only given me 1 point, and that point looks like it is a 1, -1. Now, I could use any point. Really, to be honest, I could use any point. But the y-intercept, it's going to be a fraction, and I'm not going to guess on that one. So here we go. Y, and now I'm going to just do it this way. The opposite of the y value right there. So plus 1. That way I don't have to have a double negative. Equals 1/2 x, and then the opposite of that one, so minus 1. Okay? So here we go. Y plus 1 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. A little icky, but that's all right. Minus 1 minus 1. So I get a y equals 1/2 x minus, I'm going to make this into 2/2 so that I have the same denominator. It looks like 3/2. Or I could just say minus 1/2. And does that look like that's kind of where it's going through the y line? Yeah. So there you go. That's how you do that. I want to touch on another reason why some people like to use point-slope form is in a case like this. I need to write an equation in slope-intercept form of a line that passes these 2 points, but I don't have a y-intercept as one of the 2 points. So I don't know my y-intercept. Right now, I don't even know my slope, but that's easy, right? Okay, the slope, it looks like, is going to be up 8, up 4. So 8/4 is a 2. And then I can choose whichever point I want to use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you both ways. So we'll start with this one. And I'm going to walk you through this one. I'm going to have y and then the opposite of -2. So plus 2 equals my slope. And then x looks like plus 8 because it's the opposite of -8. I'll do y plus 2 equals 2x plus 16. Get rid of the 2 so that y is by itself, and I have a y equals 2x plus 14. And the question is, if I use the other dot, the other point of -4, 6, would I get the exact same equation? The answer is yes. Let me pause the video and do it so you can see. There you go. I used the point -4, 6, got the exact same equation, which I should since both of those points are on the exact same line. So that should give you some hope that it doesn't matter which point you use, they're both going to work. All right, go ahead, do this one on your own, and then come back and see if you have the right answer. Here I go. I'm going to do -9, -9, and -6, 0. So I'm going up 9, I'm going up 3. And so my slope is 9/3, which is a 3. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use this point right here because that is a 0, and I like that. So I have a y minus 0 equals 3x, again, the opposite, so plus 6. And so y minus 0 is just y equals 3x plus 18, and it is now in slope-intercept form, and I'm all done. Last thing I'm going to do is show you how to write a linear equation from a table. Now I have to tell you, when I say linear equation, that means slope-intercept form. But I've got to put it in point-slope form first at the moment because I don't have a y-intercept. Actually, I could probably easily do that, but let's just show you this. So I'm going to pick 2 points and find my slope. So I'm going down 4 here, and it looks like on the other side, I'm just going up 1. So my slope is -4/1, so -4. I'm going to use any of those points, so I'm just going to go ahead and use 0.13. So y minus 3 equals -4, x minus 1. Let's see, y minus 3 equals -4x plus 4. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides. And I get a y equals -4x plus 7. There you go. All right, not too bad. Well, now you've learned how to graph point-slope form and how to use it to write equations from verbal descriptions and graphs and ordered pairs and tables. All right, go practice and have some fun.